That's why they hit us with a Wells notice. SEC versus RH11 until they notice. In the back of the court, we're just professional. We don't care, we got them already simple songs screaming out. Heads post INC, post as we hold.
Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? So, we're going to get right into it. As always, welcome to the new podcast of Control Your Pixel, where we're going to just hit you guys with some market knowledge and try to decipher what's happening with AI because it's changing the entire landscape right now. Off the rip, if you've seen the post that I have going out for this podcast, check any socials with Robbie Creates, and you can keep up online and get instant updates about what's going on right now. Because if you're a digital creator like myself, you're a website builder, you know that we're coming into a time where uh, not only are we shifting our jobs, because I don't like to say losing our jobs are shifting, and we are being forced to use AI to code, forced to use AI to co-create, forced to use AI to build, and start with as a template. So this podcast is the focus for digital creators out there like myself, or people who are just nerdy and into this thing, and eventually will be doing it. You know, this is for us. This is for us to learn on the go, through some audio. So welcome to YouTube visuals. If you are on YouTube, I'll have visuals for you guys that'll help, bring to light what's happening with the updates. And then I'll go off into some stage talk, and we will make sure we discuss the importance and the nuances of the day-to-day AI upgrades with our technology. You know what I mean? With our phones, with our programming, with our code, as far as like software, hardware. I keep up with as much as I can, and I keep up with things that do affect the market as far as digital creators. So that's why I like to talk to those people in general, because I feel like together, not only can I help you guys understand how the industry is moving, because I am currently working in the industry as a CEO and as a person who does do this job day to day, building websites. So I'm able to, I guess, not just keep up with the research, but actually implement it with businesses and see the trials that fail, the trials that pass, who's moving what, who's slowing what down. It's so important to understand that, like, I'm gonna say that a lot, but just understand that all this is moving fast, so things are gonna continuously become more and more important. But we have to understand that we have to keep up. We have to be malleable. We have to make sure that our brains can continuously upgrade the same way we expect our applications to upgrade and secure us and to give us better experience. We have to continue to upgrade. So again, this is Control Your Pixels Season 1, where I cover the basics of becoming a web ninja. That's right. You're going to learn how to become a web ninja, and we're going to cover some specific topics that's current to today's time to help you actually do this thing, right? To help you become the ninja of the web and learn how to not only make money on the web, but create on the web, and then use AI to build on the web. So let's get into how I like to start it. I'm going to start off with always giving you guys the news real quick. Just for the people who just tune in and like to just get this straight, you can skip to here on the comments. I'll post it, and then you can get straight to the news. Then after the news, I'll talk to you guys about the main topic for this episode. And today's topic for this episode will be, so what does AI mean for the creator economy today? So before we get into that, let's go ahead and get straight back into the news, and we'll cover the first thing that came across the portal. My portal today was Minecraft. How actually, for some reason, this movie is getting a lot of traction, but I want to know why is it getting specific traction. And I did a little bit of research, and we found out that people are starting to co-associate the AI abilities you'll see later with being able to create games versus the authenticity of this movie, and what did they use to make this movie, and so on and so forth. So I will actually let you guys dive into that. I don't like talking about like things like this, kind of like an advertisement, but I just wanted to bring it to your attention. So let's keep moving forward with what we have next. We're going to talk about Reddit. Reddit just declared war on Google's AI. Like, this is very important for web builders out there like me, right? This is something where We have to understand that what has been happening lately with Google and the new Flow that just recently dropped and VO3 being able to create the type of media you can create and the engines that you can create as far as gaming, people are creating lookalikes right now that I've heard there was a lookalike like GTA 6 almost, and we don't even have GTA 6 yet. Go figure, right? Then there's a Fortnite lookalike, and as you can tell, it's obviously you can't just get that data or pretend to say, oh, that looks like a certain thing, let me copy it. No, you're obviously scraping that code from somewhere. You're borrowing that from somewhere, from some avenue, and Reddit has a problem with that because Reddit is known to have one of the deepest pools as far as like answer FAQs, answers and questions, right? Their content, it was built off of that, actually, that whole entire system, and it's known for one of the probably the primary places a web dev like me would go to figure out a problem that we have that's very specific to a very elusive issue that we could find in the back end, right? So Reddit probably has had enough. And I'm sure that if they do have a problem with this typically means that they're probably going to come out with something on their own, some kind of AI on their own. I haven't dove into it yet, so I will be looking around with Reddit to see because we want to be in front of this stuff. And that's why you guys are following me, or that's why you're going to follow me because I'm going to keep you ahead of the curve and we're going to follow the companies that matter because as creators, we want to invest in these things too, right? We're understanding that AI is shifting our jobs where we need to use our brains more to make money. So this this is going to be a new age, a new economy that is driven by the digital focus of creativity, digital focus and authenticity, right? Which is ironic because we have AI, but a digital focus and actually, I would say mind sharing. So I think you guys are, a lot of people are scared, but I think you guys are going to enjoy after the hurt, we're going to enjoy the bloom. I feel like because AI is definitely going to help us out when it comes to taking care of those hard to do day-to-day jobs that we don't like doing, chores. That's why we call them chores because literally nobody likes doing them. So having AI even just fulfill that notion alone already alleviates so much pain and so much time and gives you more time to create on the internet. Therefore, will make the internet more prominent. So we're not going to go down that rabbit hole yet. We're going to stay on topic because we're still talking about the news. What I have next for you is agentic AI, right? There's a they're saying your next boss, probably won't be breathing, right? Because we have to understand that when it comes to bosses and the structure, the business structure, capitalist structure that the United States has set up, you know, uh, these AIs run those systems better. And actually, they're not, dare I say, then they don't have any prejudice, right? They probably would look at data in a clean, neutral way and say, oh, this person is better than this person because of this amount of facts. And this person is weaker because of this amount of facts. And here's the tangible things you can do to improve. I think that is a better system, right? Now you may think, oh, I don't want to be controlled and told what to do by AI, but at the end of the day, remember, AI is the handle. We are the monitor. We are the thing that activates, right? AI is a source, a tool, and it needs us as the energy, as the ignition. So at the end of the day, that AI bot that is being the boss, the overhead, is still programmed and is still influenced by a human. We have to always remember that. I'm going to preach on that for the entire season one of Control Your Pistols because we're in the beginning phase of becoming a digital ninja. And we need to understand that AI is not replacing our jobs. It's just going to power us up, right? It will shift everything though. So, um, as always, this is Harvard Business Review. If you want to read further, I'm just giving you guys the quick hit on the news before we talk in depth about what today's topic really is about. So let's continue and talk about the. Have you heard of websites being created by AI? This is pretty crazy, but myself as a web builder, right? I know companies that we all know actually, like GoDaddy. They have the ability to not only sign you up and host your domain name, which is your .com or your .ai, your .fun, your .pro. They give you the ability to not only take that hosting and um, build a website, but they allow you to build a website and have it edited by AI, which is, um, like you said, is it taking our jobs or is it shifting the focus? Will business owners still have time to go into GoDaddy and have GoDaddy search engine build them an AI build them a website by prompting AI, right? Yeah, maybe or maybe not, or maybe they don't have time to figure out the nuances, right? Or the back end specs or the SEO involved with it, right? So at the end of the day, like you said, it shifts the jobs, makes us more efficient on my end, and allows us to do more, and probably will raise expectation, right? So things like having GoDaddy, Hostinger, with I think Hostinger Arrow is what we call it. So these companies are moving into the web building phase where they are allowing people to build with AI, prompt with AI, and start from their company and keeping everything in house. And I'm sure they're gonna add the ability to edit the content soon with AI, and then add SEO in there with AI. Right, that's coming. So we have to be realistic about expectations and where things are moving as far as code base and what people are expecting and what people can do and will do moving in the future with technology, right? Because the reason websites are so important because they drive our day-to-day e-commerce, our day-to-day digital sales, right? They are everything. That's 90% of sales. Don't quote me, but probably more. So yeah, and we're seeing fashion actually get involved with AI, which is crazy, and including and also things like the digital infrastructure we're seeing get involved with AI, which also is pretty fascinating because I don't know if you guys got Instagram or not, or you probably have been seeing me or TikTok. You probably have been seeing the commercial real estate, how the bots have been legitly building probably like homes by themselves, right? They've been doing that for a couple of years now, but now it's the AI programming it, and making it better and becoming more efficient, and then learning off of every iteration. So every home it builds, it learns off of. So we're coming in a phase where AI is not just meeting software, where I exist right on the back end, the digital end, it's meeting hardware. It's coming through the sense of Python, right? Robotic code, style code, and it's allowing smart intelligent devices, smart intelligent um, vacuums, smart intelligent washing machines that can auto adjust temperature or whatever it may need to do to improve that everything can be more efficient. I know our traffic system could be more efficient. I can't wait till they add AI to that, right? So this is just a primary example of what we're moving into. Again, I'm Robbie Creates. Thank you if you've tuned in to this podcast. Try to tune in every time you can, as much as possible, late at night, to get that quick little AI word of what's happening, the quick little AI boost, the quick energy shot of what we should do. How should we formulate our brains? How can we succeed moving forward with AI, right? Because AI is here. We can't dodge it. I talk about this with my day-to-day co-boss, right? Like it's something that is just going to take over the industry and already has. It is already here, so you have to adjust. So tune into my podcast. I'm going to give you the ability to adjust the AI, especially if you guys tune in and ask questions, right? So thank you for tuning in. If you tune in for the news, now if you're here to get the next phase of the talk, which is the main topic for our podcast, and every episode, since this is the first one, I'm just giving you a slight introduction, but every episode we're going to have this slight talk at the end where we discuss a very prominent subject. And today's subject is, so what does AI mean for the creator economy? And this is so important for us because I'm in the creator's economy, not just digitally working to try to improve, right? And build some virality behind my name just to show off some of the things I can do, but also in the sense of advertising day to day, but in the sense of building a company that I like putting my name behind as well, right? So we have to understand that with AI, it has dramatically changed the way we come into branding with companies. with logo building, with color schemes, with logo dynamics, having different styles of logos for different profiles and different social engines, right? From having different sizable logos for different types of web styles for applications. It's becoming more dramatic, more dense to websites where we have AI eliminating people like me and allowing me to just now program or prompt the website to be built. And then from there, I can start adding functionality. And soon, I'm sure AI will be able to add functionality to websites. And from there, I'll add additional things like maybe 3D animation and extra JS code packages and, connecting to blockchain. So as you see, there's always something extra that could have been done, but we just didn't have the time to do it. And what AI does for the creator economy is it gives us this time. It optimizes us. And if you're afraid of using AI, you will lose that. You're going to be jumped out of the optimization curve. Because that's what's happening right now. We're going at a time where we have knowledge now, we have the ability now, and now it's just about application. Pure application. Get the AI, go to ChatGPT, ask it to do what you need it to do for your next day-to-day tasks, whether you are a creator that's trying to schedule things, you're a creator that's trying to have posts automatically built for you. I can tell you one thing. I can have AI. I've had AI build entire logos, entire posts, and entire schedules with imagery, all from ChatGPT. And it learned my style, and now it can do that on demand, knowing my style, right? And for multiple channels. So really, AI is limited based on your creativity, and it's up to you to expand your AI, your personal AI, so that you can become more creative on the web, because the web now is becoming more prominent thanks to AI. And like I said, we can wrap this completely up with AI is definitely going to drive creators to focus more on becoming more dense in your industry and in your niche. If you're a graphics animation creator, you're going to become more dense in that, seeing that you can do more things and seeing that our code can handle more specs, right? We can load information up more. AI is helping us optimize our data tables, data structures a little bit better. So we have the ability to not only allow AI to speed us up, but become more creative, because we can bounce hundreds of ideas off of AI and get hundreds of pictures, which it would take thousands of hours to do by yourself. If anyone has ever had art class like me, especially in college, man, the worst part about it is doing the 100 to 1,000 thumbnails, right? So why don't you have AI do your thumbnails now? I mean, come on, we're unlimited now as creators. So it is up to us to expand our knowledge pool, to expand our atmosphere in our own minds, so that we can allow AI to help us create and become more dense, more creative in our own specific industry. Now, thank you for tuning in to episode 1 with Control Your Pixel. I'm Robbie Creates, and I'm going to bring these episodes to you as much as possible. I'm going to try to keep you up to date with the news that's happening now, and then bring some very specific information at the end with a topic that people are yearning to understand or yearning to learn. Things like even crypto, like talking about liquidity and trading. Like, I'm going to touch on that briefly as well. We're going to go deep. We're going to dive into topics that people won't dive into because they don't have the time. And that's why we're doing this late night special, because you're tuning in, which means you got the time. Thank you, and I appreciate your time. I'm Robbie Creates, and this is episode 1 of Control Your Pixel.
That's why they hit us with a Wells notice. SEC versus RH 11 until they notice in the back of the court. We're just professional. We don't care. We got them RH simple songs screaming out. Heads post INC, post as we hold. Money stacking up, yeah, watch it explode. Heads post INC, post as we hold. Richard Hart versus SEC for crypto. For some reason, yo, they hating no heads. It don't matter. We got each other's back. Now we can flex. Forget a market cap. Heads could burn all of that. RH spinning in the